Good day, everyone. It is an honor to stand before you today, and I hope that what I share resonates with each of you. Today, we gather to explore a profound truth, one that is simple but deeply transformative. Nothing changes if nothing changes. This may sound obvious at first, but let's take a moment to truly unpack its meaning and its significance in our lives. Have you ever found yourself stuck in a rut, feeling like life is on a loop, repeating the same patterns over and over again? Maybe it's in your career, your relationships, or even your personal growth. We tell ourselves we want things to be different, but somehow, nothing ever seems to change. We want better outcomes, but our actions and habits remain the same. Here lies the core of the problem. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Change is not an accident. It doesn't just happen because we wish for it, hope for it, or dream about it. Change requires intentional effort, it demands action, and most of all, it requires us to step outside of our comfort zones. That's what makes this phrase so powerful. It's a reminder that if we want things to be different, we must do something different. Take a moment to think about what areas of your life are stagnant. Maybe you're not where you want to be in your career, but are you still following the same routine, working the same way, and expecting different results? Maybe you want a deeper, more meaningful connection with your loved ones, but are you still communicating in the same patterns, holding on to the same grudges, or avoiding the difficult conversations? The reality is, if we keep doing what we've always done, we will keep getting what we've always gotten. One of the main reasons people resist change is because it's uncomfortable. Human beings are creatures of habit. We find comfort in routine because it feels safe and predictable. But growth never happens in the comfort zone. If you want change, you must be willing to embrace discomfort. It might mean waking up earlier, learning new skills, changing how you think, or letting go of something that no longer serves you. Change isn't always easy, but it's necessary. Let me share a story with you. Imagine a farmer who plants the same seeds in the same soil every season. Year after year, he gets the same mediocre harvest. He complains about the soil, the weather, and the lack of rain, but never considers changing his methods. Then, one day, a fellow farmer advises him to try a different type of seed, to enrich his soil, and to water his crops in a new way. The farmer is resistant at first, fearing the unknown, but eventually, he decides to try something new. That season, his harvest is more abundant than ever before. The lesson? If he had continued to do the same things, he would have continued to get the same results. Nothing changes if nothing changes. This applies to every area of life. Consider a student struggling in school. They study the same way, they procrastinate, and then they wonder why they keep getting poor grades. The solution? Change the approach. Maybe they need to seek help from a tutor, study in a different environment, or break their workload into smaller tasks. Without a change in strategy, their grades will remain the same. Think about your relationships. Perhaps you're in a relationship that feels stuck or unfulfilling. Are you communicating in the same way, reacting to problems in the same manner, expecting your partner to change without being willing to change yourself? Relationships grow when the people in them grow. It requires both parties to be willing to change, to learn, to adapt, and to continuously invest in each other. If you want your relationship to change, you have to change how you show up in it. And what about your health? Many of us have goals to be healthier, fitter, or more energetic. But are we still stuck in the same habits? Eating the same foods, avoiding exercise, skipping sleep, and making excuses? If you want to improve your health, you must make changes in your lifestyle. No magic diet or quick fix will work if you aren't willing to change your everyday choices. At the core of this principle is one word: responsibility. The truth is, if we don't take responsibility for where we are today, we will never be able to move forward. Yes, life throws obstacles our way. Circumstances aren't always fair, and we face challenges beyond our control. But our power lies in how we respond. The moment we stop blaming external factors and start taking responsibility for our own actions is the moment we take control of our lives. You see, change is inevitable. The world around us is constantly changing. Technology evolves, industries shift, seasons change, and time moves forward. The question is not whether change will happen, but whether we will actively shape it. Will we let change happen to us, or will we be the ones creating the change we want to see? Now, I'm not suggesting that change is always easy or that it happens overnight. Meaningful change takes time, effort, and often a lot of persistence. There will be setbacks along the way. You might fail, you might fall, but every failure is an opportunity to learn, to adjust, and to keep moving forward. Change is a process, not an event. So, how do we initiate change? The first step is self-awareness. You have to honestly assess where you are today and where you want to be. What areas of your life need change? What habits, beliefs, or behaviors are holding you back? Once you've identified these, the next step is to take action. Small steps, big steps, any steps. The key is to do something different. Break the pattern. Try a new approach. Seek help if you need it. But whatever you do, don't stay stagnant. Change begins in the mind. It's often our mindset, not our circumstances, that hold us back. If you believe that your situation is hopeless or that you are powerless to change it, you've already limited your possibilities. But if you shift your mindset and start believing in your potential to create change, the path opens up before you. Your thoughts shape your reality. We've all heard the saying, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. But how often do we truly live by this wisdom? How many times do we repeat the same actions, thinking that somehow things will magically turn around? The truth is, without a deliberate change in approach, the results will remain the same. Sometimes, change requires risk. It requires stepping into the unknown and embracing uncertainty. But isn't that part of life's beauty? The best things often come from taking a leap of faith. When you make a change, you may not know exactly what the outcome will be, but staying the same guarantees that you'll remain exactly where you are. Many people resist change because of fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of discomfort. But what we often fail to realize is that staying stagnant brings its own kind of pain. The pain of regret. The pain of watching life pass you by, knowing that you could have done more, been more, achieved more. Isn't that a much greater cost than the temporary discomfort of change? One of the most powerful realizations you can have is that you are not stuck. No matter how entrenched you feel in your current situation, no matter how deep the rut seems, you have the power to make different choices. Every day is an opportunity to start fresh. Even the smallest change, when done consistently, can lead to monumental results over time. Consider the butterfly effect, the idea that small actions can lead to significant consequences. A single decision today can set off a chain reaction that transforms your future. If you change your habits, your environment, or your mindset just a little, those small shifts compound over time. Change doesn't have to be massive at first, it just has to begin. Think about this. Every great achievement in history was the result of change. Whether it was a scientific breakthrough, a social movement, or a personal triumph, it happened because someone, somewhere, decided that the status quo was no longer acceptable. They chose to make a difference, to try something new, to challenge the way things had always been done. Imagine what could happen if you applied this to your own life. What if you stopped settling for good enough and started aiming for greatness? What if you replaced doubt with confidence, procrastination with action, and fear with courage? Your entire world could shift, but only if you're willing to change. The habits you form today will shape the person you become tomorrow. If you want to change your future, you need to start with your daily habits. This might mean waking up earlier, prioritizing your goals, or letting go of distractions that no longer serve you. Habits, over time, define our destiny. If nothing changes in your habits, nothing will change in your outcomes. It's easy to fall into the trap of waiting for the right time to make a change. We tell ourselves that we'll start that business, pursue that passion, or focus on our health once the conditions are perfect. But guess what? The perfect time doesn't exist. Life will always be busy, and challenges will always arise. The best time to change is now, because every day you delay is a day you miss out on your potential. And let's talk about accountability. Change is much easier when you have someone to hold you accountable. Whether it's a friend, a coach, or a mentor, having someone in your corner who pushes you to stay on track can be a game changer. Accountability creates consistency, and consistency is the key to sustainable change. You also have to learn to embrace failure as part of the process. So often, people give up on change because they stumble along the way. But failure is not the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone toward it. Every mistake you make teaches you something valuable about yourself, your strategies, and your approach. The only real failure is giving up. Change also requires patience. We live in a world where we expect instant results. We want everything fast success, fast growth, fast transformation. But real, meaningful change doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow process that requires dedication, effort, and persistence. Don't get discouraged if you don't see results immediately. Keep pushing forward and trust the process. Surround yourself with people who inspire change. Your environment plays a crucial role in your ability to grow. If you're constantly around negativity, doubt, or complacency, it's harder to make the changes you need. But if you're surrounded by people who challenge you, uplift you, and support your growth, you'll find it much easier to stay on the path of transformation. One of the biggest obstacles to change is our attachment to our current identity. We've spent years becoming the person we are today, with all our habits, beliefs, and patterns. The idea of becoming someone different can feel threatening. But remember, growth is about evolving into a better version of yourself. You don't lose who you are. You become more of who you're meant to be. And let's not forget the importance of gratitude in the process of change. While you strive for something better, don't forget to appreciate where you are and how far you've come. Gratitude creates a mindset of abundance. And when you approach change from a place of abundance rather than lack, the process becomes much more fulfilling. Remember, change is not something that happens outside of you. It happens within you. It starts with your thoughts, your beliefs, and your attitude. If you want the world around you to change, you must first change what's happening inside. The internal shifts are what drive external transformation. No one else can change your life for you. You are the architect of your own destiny. You have the power to decide what you want your future to look like, and you have the power to make it happen. But nothing changes if nothing changes. You have to be the one to make the first move. So today, I encourage you to reflect on the areas of your life where you've been waiting for change. Ask yourself, what can I do differently? What steps can I take today, no matter how small, to move in the direction I want to go? Then take action, because action is the antidote to stagnation. The beauty of life is that you are not defined by your past or by your current circumstances. Every moment presents a new opportunity to grow, to evolve, and to create a better version of yourself. The decision is yours. Remember, it's okay to start small. If you want to be healthier, start by drinking more water, going for a walk, or eating one nutritious meal a day. If you want to improve your career, maybe start by reading a book in your field, attending a workshop, or networking with people in your industry. Change doesn't have to be drastic or immediate, but it does have to start. And it starts with you. Change isn't just about big, dramatic shifts. It's about the small, daily decisions that shape our lives over time. Even the smallest adjustment in your routine can lead to profound results. Often, people underestimate the power of consistency, but doing something differently, even just once a day, can compound into massive transformation over time. Think about it like this. If you alter the course of a ship by even 1 degree over time, it will end up in a completely different destination. The same principle applies to your life. Sometimes, the hardest part of change is taking that first step, but once you move, momentum builds. It's important to remember that change isn't linear. You'll have days when progress feels slow, or when it feels like you're moving backward. But setbacks are a natural part of the journey, and they shouldn't deter you from your goal. Keep your eyes on where you want to go, and don't let temporary challenges make you give up on permanent growth. Another thing to consider is that the discomfort of change is temporary, but the rewards are lasting. Yes, it may be hard in the moment, but over time, the benefits of the changes you make will far outweigh the initial struggle. Change isn't just about what you gain externally, it's about who you become in the process. You develop resilience, confidence, and a deeper understanding of yourself. The good news is, the decision to change is always within your control. It's your choice to remain where you are or to step into the future you envision. You have the power, the potential, and the ability to make anything happen. Just remember, nothing changes if nothing changes. The future belongs to those who are willing to grow, adapt, and take control of their destiny. So today, I challenge you, look at your life. Identify where you want change and commit to doing something about it. Because in the end, nothing changes if nothing changes. Thank you.